Hi everybody, it's Joey and I'm here to do a episode 7 of New Jersey review for you guys. I have my notes right here on my phone. Episode 7, it was called A Retreat to Remember, I think. Let me just catch my breath. Hold on one second. Sorry, okay. Alright, let's get started with the review. It's a lot to discuss. This was a really good episode. Okay, so Margaret, I don't know if this opened up, but this was the first scene I remembered from the episode. Because I don't talk about every scene, you know what I mean? I talk about the most important things. So, with that being said, so Margaret and her husband Joe go into a wallpaper shop to pick out wallpaper for her living room or whatever, because, you know, they're still working on her house and her living room. And, she says something that I didn't quite get. I know that, my brother told me that she said this in the first episode, but I didn't hear it. But she says that, excuse me. She says that the reason why her stepchildren are not talking to her is because she cheated on their father with Joe. Oh my God, Margaret, I love you, but why did you have to say that and do that? Oh my God. That's like giving me really negative vibes about you now. OMG. I know, like, making mistakes or whatever, but cheating on someone is not okay. I don't respect it. That's not cool. You know, that is 100% terrible. I totally understand why the kids are not talking to you now. I had no idea about this. I didn't quite catch this in the first episode. I know you said this in the first episode. I didn't quite catch it. But that is 100% wrong and disgusting. And I can understand why the kids aren't talking to you now. However, I still feel bad because you're crying and you're really emotional about this and it doesn't seem like you miss them. And hopefully they can forgive you. Hopefully. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they can because you are really hurt about this. So, Dolores and Teresa meet for brunch because Teresa just got back from Puerto Rico with her family and she needs to meet up with Dolores and talk about what happened before she went to Puerto Rico. And they meet and they're talking and they start talking about Danielle, and Dolores tells Teresa that she thinks Danielle's on drugs. I don't think she meant it as, oh, she's on drugs. Like, she's she's definitely smoking that, she's smoking that blunt, you know what I mean? Like, she's doing, like, ecstasy or something. I don't know. But I think she meant it as, like, she's so cuckoo and crazy that, she looks like and seems like she's on drugs. That's what I think Dolores meant. But Teresa took it as, oh my God, like, you really think she does actual drugs? Like, oh my God. I don't think Dolores meant it like that. But Dolores doesn't care. She doesn't care how she meant it or how Teresa took it or how anyone takes it. She doesn't give a fuck. She can't stand Danielle. She doesn't care how anyone takes what she said. It doesn't matter because she hates Danielle. So, then they start talking about her ex-husband Frank, and the last episode, which I forgot to mention, Siggy and her husband, and then Dolores and her ex-husband Frank all went out for dinner, a double date. This was in the last episode. I forgot to mention this. And I'm like, why didn't you bring your boyfriend? It's kind of weird. I kind of agree with Danielle. She said something in this episode. She goes, Dolores has an imaginary boyfriend. I kind of agree with her. I don't know if she actually has a boyfriend. Why would she lie about having a boyfriend, though? That I don't understand. Maybe to make it seem like she's not getting back with Frank's, so she's like, well, I have a boyfriend, so there's no way me and Frank are getting back together. Or she really does have this boyfriend. He just doesn't want to be filmed or doesn't want to be in front of the cameras. But, to take him to the double date, I mean, I get it. Like, okay, if the boyfriend doesn't want to be filmed and you guys are filming together and she's with her husband, she wants to bring someone, okay, fine. But it just looks weird, Dolores. Like, come on, like, you're bringing your ex-husband to a double date, and then you had the nerve. You said, oh, if Margaret was with us with her husband, we all are couples. Like, maybe she would be more open and be more nice if we're all couples together out for dinner. That looked like, I don't know, like, everyone reads between the lines with that one, and it's like, do you mean, like, come on, Dolores? I think something's going on with you and Frank under the sheets. That's what I think. That's what I think. Boyfriend or not, I think something's going on with you and Frank. Anyways, So they start talking about that. She's like, Teresa, I don't like that you didn't stick up for me with that. You guys were talking about me and my ex and saying that why is he living with me? And then she goes, well, you put up with a lot of things with Joe that I would not have put up with. So, you put up with a lot of things with Joe, and I put up with, I decided not to put up with that with Frank. And so Teresa thinks, she said, what did you mean? Like, trying to compare the situations? You're trying to say Joe cheated on me because Frank cheated on you? And then she's like, and then she just like backtracks a little bit, and I think she did mean that, but she kind of like, she took a sip of her drink, she kind of like paused, she's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't go into this. So she was like, no, I meant like, you and Joe with the legal issues. Like, Joe put you, Joe was doing things wrong with the legal system, you know what I mean? He put you in some shit, that's what I meant. But we know what she meant. She meant that Joe was cheating on her, or she thinks Joe was cheating on her, and that's what she fucking meant. We all know, Dolores, come on now. So then she says, she finishes the lunch, and she goes, at the end of the scheme of things, I probably would believe you over Danielle with the, I only like, I was saying that I like, all I care about is money and to watch out. I would believe you over Danielle. However, I still believe Teresa's like, Dolores has been wishy-washy with me lately, and Danielle could have a point. And, but she says, if you were with me longer, you were friends with me longer, so it would make more sense for me to believe you over Danielle. So, then, basically next, there's other scenes, but I'm not going to get into every scene. But they all get together on a retreat for Siggy. Siggy's doing this overnight retreat thing that she's doing with her job and her career. She's doing an overnight retreat, like, thing for women and to help out women or whatever it is. And, she's going against her husband's wishes. Her husband doesn't want to do. Her husband does not want her to do this, but she's doing it anyways. And more power to her. It's not her husband's concern. I'm sorry, but this is her career. I don't think she should talk about his career. I don't think he should talk about her career. I think their career is their career. And if they work hard, God bless. You know what I mean? Don't like try to make an issue out of it. So Siggy's in front of this room, and all of them are there. Danielle, Dolores, Teresa, Melissa, Margaret, they're all there. Siggy's in front of them, and she's making this speech. There's a whole audience, and she's getting into talking about Margaret, and it's like, she calls up Margaret to invite her to this retreat. She gives her this big warm hug when she arrives at the retreat, and then she decides to air her, not dirty laundry, but she starts to air all her issues with her in front of the entire audience, the whole crowd. And I'm like, that's mean, that's messed up. Like, you did something like that to Melissa, and like, you're doing it again, and it's wrong. It's not nice, Siggy. Like, come on now. Like, what is going on with you? Like, what is going on with you? That is 100% wrong. You don't do that. You don't embarrass her after you just gave her a warm welcome, and then you invite her to this retreat to what, embarrass her? That was fucked up. But then she got into how, she was mad that she called her Sagi because she got called names when she was growing up. She was called Siggiella or Cigarella, or she called Cigarette. She was called this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, okay, fine, but like, talk to Margaret about this on the side. You don't have to talk about it in front of everyone. However, she did end it off with like, oh, well, I'm a relationship expert and I still have problems, and me and Margaret are at a good place now, something like that. So she ended it off nice, but everything leading up to that was just really fucked up, and everyone was just looking at her and was like, wow, like, they were all staring at Margaret, poor thing, like, she's like sitting there in the chair and she's just like taking a big gulp and like, oh my god, looking around, everyone's staring at her. So, Siggy, Margaret, and Dolores, are sharing a room, when, meanwhile, Melissa, Danielle, and Teresa are sharing another room. So the three of them, and then the three of them in one room. So, just putting that there. They go out for dinner. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm backtracking a little bit. So, Siggy makes this t-shirt called Sagi or something, and it's like, okay, well, you keep poking at the wounds here. It's like, we get it. You were hurt about it, and whatever it is, and I don't know if you're making the shirt to make light of the situation, you're making the shirt to make fun of what Margaret called you, and try to make a bigger deal out of it, or trying to be funny about it. I don't know. But Margaret didn't take any type of way about it. She just was like, oh, yeah, let me get half the profit, girl. Yeah, we'll go big. We'll make big with that t-shirt. Yeah, we'll sell them all. Anyways, Teresa tells Danielle about the lunch that she had with Dolores. And Danielle, she told Danielle, like, I would probably believe Dolores over you, and Danielle understood that. And then she told Danielle that Dolores told me that she thinks you're on drugs. Again, I don't think she meant it literally, but she told Danielle that Dolores said she thinks you're on drugs. They all go out for dinner that night, and Danielle starts, she talks to Dolores. She's like, Dolores, no, she doesn't even say Dolores. She just says, I need to talk to you about this, and Dolores is like, who are you talking to? Like, who talked to who about what? And Dolores is a gangster bitch. Like, I was like, she's like, wait, who are you talking to? Danielle's like, I'm talking to you, Dolores. She's like, I heard that she thought I was on drugs, and that's not right. And, it's not nice to say that, and I'm not on drugs. And then, what did Danielle say? Danielle said, like, I'm not on something, or you said, and then Dolores is like, well, are you? Are you on something? And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, ooh, girl, damn. So then, of course, Dolores goes, well, do I have to spell out why I think Danielle's on something? Can we show the montage? And then they show a whole montage of Danielle from season 1 and season 2 about the whole book and how she got this book written about her, that she's a nut job, and she I don't know, she killed someone. I don't know what the hell the book, I forgot, it was years ago. But they showed a whole montage of that. And, Danielle was like, I was confused over the fact that you told me something about Teresa, that you guys are so close. You told me something about Teresa. I was confused about that. And Dolores was like, well, if you were confused, you should ask me why I said it, what I meant by it. And I was like, oh, well, did you say it? And you're telling Danielle you should have asked her what she meant by it? That's what I think happened. I think Dolores said something to Danielle about Teresa, about something with money. But she didn't, I don't know if she meant it as, like, to watch your back, but I guess she meant something like along the lines of, yeah, Teresa does love her money. That's what I think she meant, but Danielle took it as something else, and what Dolores meant to say was, you should have just asked me why I said it. Like, why I said it. You know what I mean? I didn't mean it like that. But Dolores is denying the whole entire thing. So, again, one of them's lying or one of them's telling the truth. We don't know. But, again, I think Dolores is lying, but I also think that Dolores didn't mean it in that type of way. I think Danielle's twisting her words a little bit. Anyways, so, oh my god, then I wrote this down. I couldn't believe it. Sure, Dolores is like, so what are you going to do about it, Danielle? Nothing, right? You're going to do nothing about it, right? What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? What you going to do about it? Like, literally across the dinner table at this beautiful restaurant, looking like she's about to, like, if Danielle even speaks wrong or looks at her in the wrong way, Dolores is going to jump up and she is going to whop that ass. That's what it looked like to me. Danielle's like, I'm not going to do anything. And Dolores like, yeah, that's right. You're not going to do nothing. So next, I'm like, Dolores, seriously, Dolores? Damn, girl. Like, I get it. Like, Danielle's crazy and you don't want to be around her, but, like, damn, girl. You are just not giving 2 negative fucks. Okay, so, and then the next day, they wake up and Margaret says, like, I don't think she's on drugs. To Dolores, I really don't think she's on drugs. And Dolores like, I don't give a flying fuck. I said it and that's that. That's it. That's what I think and that's the way it is. So, take it or leave it. And Margaret's like, oh, yeah, it's all right. Calm down now. Calm down. It's all right. Calm down now. So then later on, Tiggy does this exercise with the girls. And the exercise basically says you have to pick one person out of the 6 of them and go up and basically act out their issues with each other. So Siggy and Margaret go first. And then Margaret goes first. And she starts going in, making fun of Siggy and just acting out the way Siggy was acting with the cake and everything. She's like, oh my god, the cake, like, oh my god, like, the cake, oh my god, no, did you not see the cake? Oh, the cake flung and the crust, you're stupid, you're crazy, oh my god, why'd you do that? Oh my god, you have no respect, oh my god. And then she starts going in and talking about her son Joshua. It was a scene, like, she was really doing too much, and I think what Margaret was trying to do was trying to get back at Siggy for embarrassing her in front of the whole crowd the day before. That's what I think what was going on. But Margaret just took it there, and she should not have spoke about Joshua. I think what she meant was, oh, well, you cry about Joshua too, like, you keep crying about everything. Don't mention Joshua. Joshua has nothing to do. Her son has nothing to do with your problem with each other. The cake doesn't really even have anything to do with your problem with each other. What the problem was you calling her soggy and going to the wreath ceremony, not inviting her to the wreath ceremony, whatever the hell it was. Those were her issues with you. So the cake really had nothing to do with that, and definitely her son had nothing to do with that. So Margaret, I definitely disagree with that one. You shouldn't have went there. But anyways, it ends with that. And they show a mid-season trailer, which we thought was going to show next, that we thought were going to show last episode. They didn't. They showed it this episode. Now, I don't know if it's a mid-season trailer because there's only 5 episodes left and it's the 7th episode, but they show a lot of cute stuff in the trailer. Like, Teresa breaks the glass, and it looks crazy. It looks really crazy. Danielle's breaking glasses. Like, it looks nuts. It looks nuts. And then there's, like, a whole other thing. There's just all these things, like, going on at once. Like, you know, they go to Italy. I don't know, like, Teresa sits down with a medium and talks about if the mother's there, and she says she feels her mother in her presence or something. And then Teresa apologizes to Danielle's daughters and was like, you know, I didn't mean to, whatever. The trailer showed a lot. It showed a lot of cute things. I'm very excited for the second half. The first half was amazing. I loved the first half of this season. The second half looks even better. I mean, this is a great season. It really is. I think it's one of the better ones. However, the views for it are very low. It's like they get barely 1 million views on each episode, which is shocking because New Jersey used to be the second most viewed. They used to get almost 3 million, honestly, on every episode. So, a little shocking. I think what's going on is they don't want to watch because of Teresa. They feel like, I guess Teresa went to jail, she did whatever, and they don't want to support the show because Teresa was in prison. That's what I think of it, because the viewing's starting to go downhill starting of season 6, when everyone found out about Teresa's legal issues. That's when the ratings started to go downhill, and I think that's what it has to do with. I mean, we all can see that once that happened, the viewing started to go down. No one really wants to watch the show because Teresa was in prison. I don't really care about that. Teresa did her time, did her thing. She came back, and that's it. There's no more hopping on. If you enjoy the show, you watch the show. You don't need to now watch it because someone went to jail and they did their time. You know what I mean? It's over with now. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode review of Season 8, Episode 7 of New Jersey, A Retreat to Remember. And what's that called? Is it called A Walk? Is that from A Walk to Remember? Is that where they got that title from? A Walk to Remember, Retreat to Remember? That's actually cute. Yeah, so that's it. Lipstick, I'm wearing Ex Supermodel by Jeffree Star, lip ammo with lip gloss, Chanel lip gloss on top of it. Perfume, Forever Red by Bath & Body Works. And yeah, I may do an outfit for the day. I'm going to do an outfit for the day right after this. So I'll see you guys in a little bit for an outfit for the day. And I love you guys, and bye.